So here we're told that last year a certain company began manufacturing product X, and they tell us that the company's total expenses were $100,000 plus 5% of the company's revenue, so 0.05, times the revenue from all units of product X sold. So I just leave it as revenue. And the question is, they tell us that it did make profit, which means that revenue minus expenses is greater than 0. The question is, did the company sell greater than 21,000 units? So statement 1 says the company's total revenue from the sale last year was greater than 110,000. And all that tells me is that the expenses are going to be greater than, with this 5% of that would be 5,500. You add that to 100,000 would be 105,500. That's all that tells me. It doesn't really tell me anything about how many units because we don't know revenue per unit. So 1 alone is insufficient. 2 says for each unit of product X sold last year, the company's revenue was $5. So if there were N units sold, that's the revenue. And we know that the revenue minus the expenses, which are 100,000, plus 0.05 of 5n, that's greater than 0. So if I distribute this 5n minus, I'm going to actually get 95% or 0.95. 5n minus 100,000 greater than 0, or add 100,000 to both sides and isolate. So n would be 100,000. I'm skipping a step here. Would be 5 times 0.95. And this number, so 5 goes into, so this would be 20,000. I need to check where it falls relative to 21,000. So 0.95, move over to 100, reduce this, 5, that's a 19. So this is 400, 20 times 20, 400,000 divided by 19. Let's do this division, see if it's, this is 400,000. So 19 times 2 is 38, 2, 0. 19 times 1 is 19, 1, 0. So I know it's going to be 21, it's going to be more than 21,000 because I already have a remainder after 21,000. So statement 2 alone is sufficient because we know from this relationship that the number of units sold are greater than, it's 21,000 something. So it would be a definite yes, and the answer is B.